Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Q Racing Podcast. It's your hosts, Hoosier, and
Be ready.
in this week's episode, we're going to go a little more in depth on our upcoming May 2022 season tournaments. We have a new tournament style, Q squads, which we'll be, going over a little more. And we also have two guests with us today, I ate a Ferrari and Nightmare.
Hello.
Hi.
Um I guess you want to go over since we do have a schedule now for upcoming May 2022, if you want to go over that with us, B-Rep.
Yes, sir. We're starting off our season with the free for all, and then we're going to end up running an elimination series second with a qualifying of the top 8. Is that correct?
We may adjust that here soon. I know the top 8 was kind of a bummer last season just because we had a lot more participation. But
Yeah, we got to
I guess technically, or as of right now, yes, but we're looking to expand that.
adjust the volume level, basically.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. And then basically after elimination series is over, we'll have the Q squads starting out. I'll let you go more in depth on that, Hoosh.
Yes, sir. This one's I think it's pretty interesting. So basically, what we'll have is there'll be four total squads in this tournament. There'll be your Alpha squad, Beta, Gamma, and Delta, and each member in the squad is determined by a qualifying round. Like let's say, like after the qualifying round, you finish first. You'd be, you know, Alpha. I mean, you'd be team or squad Alpha, and then you'd be the tier 1 player because there'll be 5 players per squad, and we're breaking it down by tier. And then each tier will play their mirror tier, so it'd be like 1 versus 1, 2 versus 2, etc. And then basically the squad with 3 or more matchup wins will win that overall round. And the way the standings are based is it's not points or anything. It'll be going off of wins and losses. And I believe the top 2 squads at the end, which I believe it's 9 rounds, each squad will play the other 3 squads a total of 3 times, which would equal that 9 rounds. And then at the end of that, we have the top 2 going at it. I think just a single round championship round. I believe. Am I missing anything? I don't know if I am or not, but yeah. Now we appreciate you or having you on with us.
Yeah, thanks for asking me on. Appreciate it. Glad
I
to
know
be
you.
here.
I know you run another a daily race server. And it's been banging here lately. You want to let our listeners know kind of what goes on in the server?
Yeah, absolutely. Basically, it's a daily race server, and based on the dailies that the game shows us, we set a structure that I think is a little different from other daily servers and contests where we're going like in garage order, but we skip the team vehicles because there's a problem where if you enter a team event, you risk wasting a ticket. So we skip that vehicle.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
that's the basic structure of the whole thing. And I think we started it because the Q racing had taken a break, and so we just needed that to kind of fill in the gap. And it's really going well.
Yeah, it definitely looks like you've got a lot of big names participating there as well.
Yeah, it's way better than I ever thought it could be. It's awesome.
I like the structure, like how you tally points too. Very simple, very easy to manage too. We've been it's similar to kind of like our free for all, to where you go off a single vehicle, and it's such a pain putting in having to put in points for every single player. I like
Right.
I like how you pick the top 3, and that's it, and then you just create a leaderboard from that.
Yeah, I think it's a nice touch. It's sort of a for fun type thing mainly, but we're also there to set world records. So kind of do
Yep.
both. But in setting the results every day, you do have to kind of stay on it to keep the communication, which
Yes.
vehicle we're going to use, and so right at the reset time, I always make sure to post the results as quick as I
Cool.
can, and all that. And um, over time, we have gathered a lot of very fast drivers, and so this month is pretty much the first month where I would probably be dethroned on the server. Because we got some really fast drivers now, and it's super competitive, and loving it.
Well, right
It's a
on.
lot of fun.
There's definitely been, I've been in the server and see what you guys are doing, and it's definitely pretty
And
awesome.
also, as far as the results, I forgot to mention, we do the monthly results as well,
Yep.
and that's a little bit more going through the screenshots and just collecting and sending all that to the server to post the monthly results. But it is really all in fun. Whereas with the Q racing, I think it's a bit more serious. Like we are having fun on the I8 server, of course, and but when we get to the Q, what we do is when there is a Q event, we sort of align our vehicles with their vehicles if it's being used on the daily options. So in that way, our structure will change for that, and I think that works out good. And then if there's a break in between events, we just go back to our structure, and it's real cool.
Yeah, it definitely worked out pretty well. At least I think so. And I guess that kind of brings me to another suggestion or question for the future here. And it's kind of relating to how like we currently have 3 tournaments in our monthly schedule for the Q racing tournaments. Each season has lately been a month long. I believe in June we're extending that to 2 months, and we're looking to give a tournament time slot to other tournaments, because we have other partner tournaments. We've got our I8 dailies, we've got the R&D Mega Racing server. I'm trying to think what else here. No, we've got
Tractor
other
Wars, Tractor
yeah,
Wars.
yes. Like just to give them, I mean, it'd be cool, I think, to be able to give everybody an opportunity to try something that someone else has started or manages. So I mean, that's just something in the future that B-Ret and I are looking into. Outsourcing, I guess, a certain time slot within a season, so that it's not all going on in the Q racing server. That we're kind of spreading around the competitiveness with multiple servers. At least that's my thought on it. But
I'd be down to host any event like that on the I8 server, absolutely.
that's good to
And
hear.
as far as what it would be, the thing that's lacking in many of the dailies are the tracks that we're using. It's always the same tracks.
Right.
And
Yep.
so to incorporate some of those, because we've all unlocked all the tracks. So by the time we get to that point, we could create something using that. My first suggestion would be to use some of those tracks that we haven't really raced on much, especially
Right.
the new ones, especially.
Yep. I completely agree with you there. Hey, B-Ray, you got anything for A8?
Just y'all can fill in time slots when we're taking breaks on the Q Racing server.
Yeah,
Like I know, like recently,
yeah,
like now I think in the server, since we are in a break until the beginning of May, that we've posted, in our event page, we had it like we added your server link, and hopefully we've gotten some more participation over there for you. But
yeah. We almost have 100 members now, and most of them are active every day. That's
Yeah.
when I post. I've been posting like the top 50 results, so it can get kind of crazy.
Oh
With
yeah.
the friends list is pretty long now. That's great as well. Um, so, but
So that
in the meantime, like right now, we're just sort of doing our thing and keeping everybody ready for the queue. But it's very great what you guys have going because the game itself doesn't have that structure built into it, so we're kind of, I guess, we're creating it on our own.
right.
And from the first moment I saw the game, I was hooked. And also the same with the Q racing, I was hooked. It was just a cool vibe, and it's good to see it's back and pretty much thriving. I would say too.
Appreciate that.
It's fun going fast.
Indeed, man.
I have a I have a question. As far as I've always wondered. I'm on an iPhone 8, and and I always wonder what the other guys were using. As
I'm
far
on
as
an
like,
iPhone. I'm an iPhone 10.
okay,
Yes.
Um,
I
because
know.
I've heard the Androids are better for this game, but I'm really not sure, and so
I don't know. I mean,
really,
I've had a like I have an Android tablet too that I've had the game on previously, and I mean I didn't really like it. Other than like public events, it's cool because I think it's more helpful. But as far as like dailies, I
okay,
think it's easier on a phone for me, at least for me, just for personal experience. Maybe because I'm on my phone more. I think it just I got used to it. But
yeah,
with the tablet, you see more of the screen. I mean that's given. That's why I like it
right,
for team events and public events. But I mean, as far as like, I don't really see any advantages. At least I haven't experienced any when it comes to like the dailies.
that's cool. Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
I'm basically the same way. I mean, I play on an iPhone 10 when I'm at work, and when I'm at home, I play on an iPad Pro with a big 12.9 inch screen. You can see the long jumps better. You can see the multi jumps better. You can judge the ground coming up a little bit faster and stuff like
Yeah,
that. But
multi a plus having an iPad. It's a
That's
lot.
what the ratio aspect ratio is better, right?
Because
Okay,
you can
that's
see
what
the
I've
ground
heard.
way before you can on a phone.
Yeah, I mean,
You-
we hit these days where it's a blind landing or two of them in a row, and you just got to guess, and it takes way more attempts to get that right if you don't
Yep.
see it.
I mean, once you get the track memorized, I mean, it just takes multiple attempts to get it to where you know where
Right,
but you're blind landing the first few attempts.
right.
That's definitely for sure. But
I've always wondered that, so maybe I'll get an iPad or
yep.
a,
it's definitely different. I like the iPad experience myself for the bigger screen, for the advantage of the multi jumps and the long jumps and stuff like that. But I've hit better scores on my regular iPhone at work instead of my tablet. Kind of goes vice versa either way. But I do recommend getting a tablet to play this on. It's a whole lot different experience.
cool.
All right, Nightmare. Hey, you still there?
Yeah.
All right. Hey, just making sure you're there. I know we were going through a spiel there for a minute, but we kind of wanted to get your input a little bit on the Q racing since it's came back.
I've liked it. I've been pretty happy about it coming back too. It's just a plus that we got the Q squads coming in too.
Yeah. I guess to go along with that, what I guess going to last month, what was your favorite tournament last month?
I really only played in the Q elimination. I did a little bit of the free for all.
Yeah, you did fairly well in the free for all, except you decided to skip a round, and that's what killed you at the very end.
I know.
But
I knew I didn't have the patience for the motocross that day. So
like even if you would have finished like halfway through, like even if you would have finished in the middle of the pack, you would have been like seventh or eighth overall, I think, in the standings. And
I know.
then
I ended up in like 13th though.
yeah, yeah. But I think you did fairly well in the Q elimination, didn't you?
Nope, out first round.
Oh, were you out? Hey, me too, I guess. I can't remember who you had.
I had Boodles.
Oh, Boodles. Boodles got you, huh?
Yeah.
I guess I guess overall, I mean, I kind of have an idea of what vehicles you like, but if you had to choose one, what was your favorite one?
Great question.
Damn. I don't really know.
Because I know you're awesome with the Super Diesel and Super Bike. Like, I know those are probably your top two.
Not at all.
Are they really not?
I
That's usually the
Nope.
ones you always smoke me
I
with.
can
You compete
no. It's normally the F1 over the Superbike.
really?
Yeah, I can race that thing way better than the other one.
Do you like the Kanga, like the kangaroo on the Formula? Or it really doesn't matter.
It really doesn't matter. I got it max. I can run it. If it's Kanga, I can normally run it.
That's definitely a surprise. I did not expect the Formula. I was definitely thinking it was Super Bike, at least Super Diesel. Um,
Really?
I was, yeah. Just because you talk so much about it in the server with the
About the
super,
Superbike?
look at the Super Bike. Yeah, the Super Bike the most. I mean,
That's the
hell,
only one.
I think on all the Super Bike rounds, you've been like at least top three on every single one in the server too.
That's because I got stuff maxed. Doesn't mean that I have it
I think
as my best vehicle.
I mean everybody else does too, but you seem to use it better than everybody else, I guess.
I know. It's
you
not my
know,
best vehicle though.
he knows already. All right, be right. You got anything for him?
What was your favorite vehicle setup for the whole tournament last season?
Um, it'd probably have to be still has to be Kanga.
What was that?
What vehicle to do the kangaroo though?
I can't even remember the vehicles. I'm gonna have to go with the one time that we did this motocross or the Super Diesel. I think one of those were the Kangaroo.
I think it's been the Super Diesel.
Oh yeah, well, yep, the Super Diesel.
Definitely, whatever car you got that's maxed out, you're killing it in the events. I know some of them cars you struggle with, but and the vehicles that you don't have maxed out you struggle with, but you're definitely somebody I watch replays of Nightmare. Skills, bro.
That's
Thank you.
Yep.
kicking ass in the public event too.
Who? Me?
Yeah, you were.
Hmm. New vehicle I'm good at then.
No, I'm saying, I mean, it's just to fix the lowrider one.
I can't remember what all vehicles we used for the free for all, um, but
Uh,
I liked all of them. I can't find the list, but
I think we updated the server, so I don't think you'd be able to find it. But it was. I know we had tank in there. We had chopper. We had super bike, super car. It was a pretty good variety.
yeah,
I mean,
Chopper has to be one of my favorites. Like,
we left it up to you guys to
yeah, it
for,
was a vote. Yeah.
and I mean they were good vehicles. I just didn't have max parts for damn near all of them, but except for Superbike, I think was the only one I did decent at in Supercar. But
That was a good
Yeah,
one.
me too.
that was what first. It was the first round. The last round was the only round I did good at, or was able to be competitive with.
Yeah, we sort of kind of wanted to keep that to more of like an open voting for the players to just
Yeah,
vote on whatever vehicles they wanted to. It's just open. So get your votes in early on the vehicles so more people be attracted to pick your vehicle.
I guess to go off that, did you like that better than our previous style of voting for vehicles, or did you like being restricted to picking between three?
Picking between three.
Oh, you did. What about
Yeah.
you?
Way
Mhm.
easier.
What
Sorry, go
about
ahead.
you?
Yeah, I thought it was a good idea to do it that way. About
I mean, because the one
what I was thinking is, were those vehicles the fastest for that particular track, or were the options just randomly chosen, or
Well, when I would decide like the three like we normally did, we would do, like, in my mindset, it was okay. What's the fastest vehicle? That'd be a choice. What's a
Mhm.
fun vehicle? That'd be one choice. And then what's a freaking who would pick this? Kind of like impossible kind of challenge kind of deal. Um,
Right.
just if they wanted a challenge, but usually it's usually between the fun and a vehicle you can hit a world record with. But at least that's how I would kind of scale it back then. I mean, I've never gotten any negative feedback on it, but I figured just leaving the server to decide. That way, we get kind of an idea of what vehicles are
Right.
preferred. Um,
Yep.
but it's
Definitely
also
looking forward to that.
yeah, it's also nice too. We've never included the daily track before now too, so it's nice that we're giving letting you guys know exactly what track it is, so you can go research and say, hey, I want this. This vehicle is really good with this track, and kind of let you
Right.
decide, rather than just picking three vehicles that two of them maybe may not be very good, and then you're stuck trying to pick between one that you're like but at least you're able to have a voice on a vehicle that you want, is what I was trying to get at.
The squads as well. The squads
Yeah,
coming up. That's a new thing. It'll be pretty cool.
that was actually
Looking.
my next thing was going to see if you had any questions on it or what you thought about it. That's both you and Nightmare can talk about that.
uh, I'll be there. That's is right now. I mean, it looks like you have it pretty well, handled and looks great. I'll definitely be there to race.
We be ready to get my ass kicked by you.
Hey,
The
but
queue
just like
list.
Oh, the
but just
Q too. Yeah, yeah. What about what about that?
that's heat. That's heating up. I haven't challenged anyone because I don't know if I
Yeah,
should.
right. You just want to chill at number 4, huh?
No, I would. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know when to challenge. Like, it's like a
Right, and that's part of the
so
thing. When to challenge,
yeah.
because everybody ahead of you is like, I mean, hell, I think yeah,
Wait.
you're a lot above me, so I got to be like, okay, what does he suck at, to where I could try to try to line it up. But I mean, like I said, yes, that's part of it, is choosing when you want to
I'll
do
let
it.
you know if it comes up. I'll let you know for sure.
Okay.
and just so y'all understand, like if you're not on the list, you can challenge for the 10th spot. If you get the
Yeah.
10th spot, you can challenge immediately for the 9th spot after that. So not everybody on the server is coming after your 10th spot. That's what I'm trying to do right now, but I'm getting beat by Captain Undies.
Well, hey, at least you made it to the top 10.
Hey, just trying to challenge. I challenged Fireball before that, but he got.
Yeah.
But just like if you're in the number 5 spot, you can challenge for the number 6 spot. It's
Yeah.
just the rotation of how it goes, and we pick randomly what tracks you're going to play and what vehicles you're going to.
I mean, I guess we've been off like on an off season right now. That's the reason why we've been doing cup trials. But I would say if we're in the middle of a tournament, it would be, we're just gonna run the current schedule with the vehicle and daily. Either you like it or you don't. I mean, you're deciding when you want to challenge anyway, so at least you'll know if we're in the middle of a tournament, you'll prepare for that, I guess. I mean, that just makes it easiest for, because the same people are moderating the queue list as long with the tournament that's currently running. So it just makes it easier for them, for Brett, or for B Rhett and I. Um, so I guess Nightmare, I didn't hear your input on the Q squads and the Q list.
The Q squad.
Yeah,
I'm really looking forward to that one. I really want to know who I'll end up with.
yeah, and that's, I know before, when I mean, it's like I said, I hinted it was similar to the Q leagues that we ran, back in the day. Um, and the only similarity to that is we're broken up into teams. I was thinking about doing another draft, but then now it was just hectic. So I was hoping that maybe this qualifying round will be a success and hopefully it'll work out. At least The only factor when it comes to this is knowing which, vehicle to choose for the qualifying. That's like gonna be the most important aspect of the entire tournament because there are some people who base their entire GP off of one car, Eagle, with the supercar, but
Yeah.
um, so I mean it'll be carefully thought out on what vehicle is chosen so that when it comes to the squads and the tiers that they line up, fairly when it comes to the schedule matchups. At least that's what we're hoping. But like I said, this will be the first time we run it, so we'll see how it goes, I guess. And I guess I guess with the Q squads, Nightmare, did you end up winning that matchup last night? Or
Of the queue list?
yes, I've seen if you're in the
Yes,
top
I
spot yet.
won.
You
I
did
won.
win.
I'm back in the top.
You are number one again, and like yeah, it's funny.
Represent.
Yep.
Hmm.
So go ahead and edit that right now. It's funny how Eagle got number one on because the qualifying round for this Q list was a supercar. Yeah, he got number one, and I don't think he's only dropped down. But I think it's the second time he's dropped down though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just been us two up in the top two spots.
Yeah, yeah.
MP hasn't challenged either of us yet.
Yeah, I was hoping he's going to challenge, but he hasn't. Then you got I8 in number 4 still, and I'm number 5.
Crazy thing, if you would have chose the supercar for the track we did on the free fall, I wouldn't have even made the list. I couldn't get that thing going at all. But I did really good on your
Which one
actual.
was it?
It was
The,
the when we used supercar on
the beach
the
one?
free for all. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that one was
If that would
fun.
have
It
been
was
the
hard.
qualifying round
It was
car, I
hard,
wouldn't have
but it
even
was fun.
made the list at all. Yeah, I was like 15th, I think, or something.
Oh, dang.
Yeah,
Like for the queue elimination, I won.
it was.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was. Yep.
I
Yeah,
lost early.
I
I
made the
I
lost on
know
last.
that
in
one
the
too.
free for all, the last round free for all, you beat me with the supercar.
I
I
did.
think you were a couple spots above me.
Oh, okay. I just couldn't get into the top spot. That might have been the problem. But either way, yeah, the QS is one of the cool things about it, and definitely
Keeps everybody on their toes.
get it. It,
I mean,
it
that
does. You can
kind
challenge
of. I mean,
anytime you want. You can challenge me any day.
yep. I mean, as long as I mean, now with an issue that I've seen, or I guess potential issues with challenging whenever, um, is
Snake,
like
just go on.
you got Captain Undies, which is God knows what time zone he's in. He's what, New Zealand.
Yeah.
So like if he would challenge at like let's say 1 o'clock in the morning for me, my ass isn't going to be up, or I don't think any
That's
moderator in the
true.
server.
Yeah.
So I mean, it would be whenever, and in that case, that's when we would resort to cup trial because then we would just post and the current matches, ping both the players and say, hey, this track,
Mm.
this 24 hours from this message, go. That's kind of been how I've been doing it, just because it's been such odd times. Like right now, or I guess last rounds we had 3 matchup last round. We had Nightmare and Eagle, Reaper and Boodles, and we have B-Ret and Captain Undies. And they all ended at different times. Like Nightmares ended at 8 p.m. today. And actually Reaper and Boodles ends tomorrow at 7:30 a.m. tomorrow, and then B-Ret and Captain Undies ends at 8 a.m. tomorrow. So like I said, it's different. I mean, overall, I think it's pretty cool. It's just a different aspect of competitive, like to being competitive outside of a tournament, and just kind of racing. You don't necessarily have to be in a tournament to be able to be competitive with the other members in the server. But yeah,
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, we're playing Factory Cup. and we're playing face plant with the chopper. And I set the world record with the chopper this morning, and then Reaper came in and stole it from me, and then
You,
Captain Undies came in and stole it from Reaper. It's been very fun.
you guys have world records on that now, or you did?
I did this morning, then Reaper took it, then Captain Undies took it with the chopper on that track. You have to search just the chopper for season,
Oh, it's season. Okay, not overall world record, just season world record.
not all time. Yeah, just season.
Season. All time is all that matters.
Only had to scroll down to number 100 to see the replay.
Yeah, that's still pretty impressive. That's beating my time, I think. So I think I saw he had a challenge for like it was like 14-1 or something like that. I don't know.
14-2.
14-2. Okay, yeah, my best is like 14-5 or something like that. So
I don't think I even have that. My parts are not high enough.
yeah, I'm not maxed, but hell, that's an impressive time.
Wait, Boodles has jumped in between Captain Undies and Reaper at this point.
Yeah, yeah. Reaper's been pretty aggressive on the queue list here the last couple days. He's literally gone back to back to back on challenges. Like I assume he's gonna, if he wins this one, he's gonna challenge again, which would be Snore, I think, if he wins.
Somebody's got to stop him.
Yeah, I'll make sure if he matches me, I'll just I'll pick my best vehicle. I guess I'm the god when it comes to picking vehicles. Apparently, like every time someone requests a matchup, Reaper's always asking me for a track and a vehicle. I was like, all right, let me go look at this. Because I try to pick one that both parties are going to be decent at. Like I'm not going to try to have it one sided. But well, do we got anything else for this episode, B-Ret?
I can't really think. I can't really think of a whole lot.
I think we've got most of what we wanted to get this week out there. Nightmare, do you got anything for us?
Nope.
What about you, I8?
I'm good.
All right. Well, as always, hey, we appreciate you two on here today. We look forward to seeing you participating in the Q Racing tournaments.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah, thanks for having me. That was awesome.
hey, hey, we're happy to have you. And that'll do it for this week's episode. Hey, we appreciate you guys listening.